love how fast time goes, huh? I was saying yesterday, whoops, what happened to me? There I am. I have 16,000 days left. If I'm going to live to be, let's see, it doesn't look like you're going live yet, Facebook. Hold on. Come on, everybody. There we go. Anyway, I have 16,000 days left because I'm going to live to be 120 because Jimmy says that's what the Bible gives us, 6 score. So that means I've lived 47,000 days and I have 17,000 to go. Oh my gosh. I only say that because reverse engineering and putting life into perspective, and we all think we have all kinds of time, especially when we're younger, and then all of a sudden it creeps up on us, doesn't it? Well, we have 19 days of inventory, turning to a new subject, 19 days of inventory. So we listed 162 homes yesterday. Yay! That is so cool. It's like we were having this great class yesterday, Do You Speak Investor? And, Jimmy was talking about people, you get this and then you want something else, and then you want something else. And I said, I don't want much. I just want more. And we got more today. We got 162 listings. We put 113 under contract. And we have 2,373 available single family homes. And yesterday, out of those 162 listed, 73 single family homes were listed under 400,000. So I say that because y'all need to realize the homes on the market aren't stale. They're moving, right? Yes, it's, that 19 days of inventory, a lot of that is new inventory, correct? Yeah, a lot of that's new inventory. I tell you that every day. We have 162 new listings. That's fantastic. And it's churning. That's the magic word. It's churning. So there's always new things out there. And it's exciting. It's an exciting market. Let's see. What else do we have here? Well, we've got that $385,000 median. And median means that, that's not the average. That's the median. So I do have the definition for that. If you don't know it, I'll post it in the group so that when someone says, is it average or median? I looked it up and I have it here. And you need to be able to say it like you know it, like, is it Mark Twain that says, if you can't, or Einstein says, if you can't explain it simply, you really don't understand it. So average is when you take everything, you have 10 things, you add them all together and you divide them by 10. That's the average. The median is the middle. So it's half is up here and half is down there. So that's the difference. Okay, everybody. So what have we done? Let's see. We're still doing, we jumped up. We're up to 141 sales so far this year per day. In June per day. So last month we landed at 136. And April is, I keep April up here because we did 155 per day. So we might get there, right? We're not even at the middle of June yet. So this is the season. Last June, we were down to only 78 a day. And it was a little bit jump from May of 2020, but still the pandemic, as you can see, was hurting us. I wanted to show you something else today. So let me hide that. Let me put this up here. We are still looking at the top 3 in the stats. Now, this is transactions. This is transactions, everybody, not volume. I like to do transactions because that's sides, that's deals. So we still have Zillow and the non-MLS and Open Door up there in the top 3. And those are deals you're not getting. And if you're not getting them, you might not be farming enough or being in touch with your prospects and leads. And what's a prospect? A prospect is someone who hasn't really bought into you yet. A lead is a qualified opportunity because they have given you their information. So Don't get confused when somebody says they're going to give you leads that they're qualified opportunities. They're probably not. They're probably prospects that you have to put in a database, reach out to them. And sometimes I think the average is 17 contacts before they even recognize you. And a lot of these prospects that you're getting, they'll have phone numbers, a lot of them too, but then they'll say, well, I clicked on the wrong thing or something. So it's not easy. It's not easy. That's why I love farming. Those are qualified prospects. So anyway, if you go down here, you see all of the KWs there. Oh, did I say KW? That's Keller Williams. I didn't mean to say that. I meant to say KB. KB's up here at 99. Yeah, sometimes I get in a hurry. So KB is 99. And then you have, here's offer. That's 103, offer pad 103. So yeah, they are really moving the market here. And I don't know exactly what that means. I know there's if you go to Zillow's site, they just published something about what's going on across the country. Now, I read the article. I would invite you to read it. Go on Zillow and then look up their information about the housing market. And the last, I think yesterday and the day before, the 8th and the 10th, I think they did do some information. And I don't think that I'm going to read it again and see if I can interpret it differently, but I didn't interpret it as being really relevant. I mean, we know people are moving, and maybe it's relevant to different markets other than ours. Today, I want to ask everybody, do you have your QR code on your business card? You know, QR codes are coming back very strongly. More and more people are using them. I mean, you go to a restaurant, right? And you have to scan the menu on your phone. So QR codes are becoming more and more relevant because more industries and businesses are using them to connect with people and to give them information. And of course, it's easy. It's less expensive. They can change things easier, so on and so forth. So, I've been researching a little bit about the QR codes, and because we send out postcards to, we have a property management business, and we send out postcards to our property owners. And one of the things that we're going to start doing. Hi, Charlotte. Good morning, Charlotte. Sunshine is here. Yes. Yeah. We'll get into that. Yes. Good question. I will let you know. Yeah. I'll let you know in the group, the steps. It's easy. Okay. So that's a good question, Charlotte, but it's good to see you. Charlotte Sunshine. I love Charlotte. So anyway, yeah, put your QR code on your signs, on your business card. And that led me to find out that there is something else coming. You know how technology never stands still. Have you heard of the beacon? So the beacon is that you'll have a sign and it will have this technical beacon attached to it. So if anybody's driving around the area, they're going to say, oh, there's some houses here if you're looking to buy a house or whatever. I think you have to actually, I don't have all the details yet because this is brand new to me. I just found this out this morning from an East Coast broker. And he said, yes, they're coming. He hasn't seen any yet, but the thing is, they're going to be able to know that you have a listing if you have this beacon on your sign. And he says what they see in the future is there won't even be signs as we know them today. I can't imagine that, but we'll see. I haven't seen it yet. So this beacon is going to notify people, and guess what? You're going to get notified that they were interested. And then you can reach out to them on Facebook or social media or whatever medium you're using. And I'm excited to announce that we're going to do 2 social media classes in July. We're going to break it up. One day is going to be Google Business Pages and LinkedIn. And then the other day is going to be Facebook. Just Facebook. Facebook has gotten so many different things. Creator Studio, so many things that are doing. The Facebook Pixel, how it relates with your Google. I mean, there's so many new things that are coming that are tying us together. And if we use them, effectively, then we can reach more people. And especially for listing homes, like I want everybody to do, more people will know about our listings. And when more people know about our listings in the neighborhood, you'll get more listings. That's the idea, huh? We need more listings. So I was really excited about that beacon. I'm going to look, and again, I was really up early this morning. I was up really early this morning, just couldn't sleep for some reason. And so I get up and I started doing, my techie side of my life. I was looking at new technology coming out, and the beacon is one. And then, of course, stumbled upon a fellow that I know in Lexington, Kentucky, who was a RE/MAX. He's the RE/MAX technician at their company. And so I talked to him a little bit, and he said, yes, this beacon is coming. He hasn't seen it yet, but he's excited about it. And yeah, so there's another thing coming. It's called near field technology that's making this beacon happen. And it's going to have these housing ads that you can buy, and then the beacon will tie in with that. So we'll see. Anyway, for what it's worth, new things are coming. But let's talk about what we need to do today. One of the things that we're going to talk about today is video. Video. If you're not doing video, you might want to get out of the way, because the people that are doing it are going to be the people doing the business. And to that note, when we have the people in our database that are, if you have 100 people, like I talked about yesterday, you need to start being in touch with those 100 people. And I said, 3 a day, just do a video text to them, let them know what's going on in the market, and give them tips. But today we're going to go over some tips that I got from Tom Ferry. And I thought that I'm not going to show you all of them, because we're not going to probably have enough time, but I'm going to show you as many as I can in a PowerPoint. So let me put the solo on there. Let me go over to the spot where it is. And we are going to do the slideshow. Okay, from the beginning. Okay, so let me do a check here to make sure my voice is working. Can you hear me? Yes, it is. Okay, so video idea number 1. So selling in Las Vegas. Now these are ideas for you to create a video about selling in Las Vegas. And you're going to talk about avoid this $25,000 mistake. So here's some of the things that you're going to put in your video. What's the most costly mistake homeowners tend to make when selling a house? And you're going to answer that question. Now you can think of something compelling, something that has come up when if you're selling out there selling homes. That there's things that homeowners make. Even decluttering. I mean, if you have a house that's cluttered, guess what? It's not going to show well. And people are going online to see pictures of homes. So if the home doesn't show well, it's a $25,000 mistake, especially in this market. And paint doesn't cost, it's $10 out of your pocket to put $1,000 in your pocket. So that's kind of how we explain that to homeowners, that you need to paint. Get those baseboards spiffy looking, clean those bathrooms, maybe change out the toilets. Toilets aren't that expensive. So there's certain things that I'm sure in your travels in your business, that if you try to get a seller to do certain things, to fix certain things, curb appeal. I know in our neighborhood, Bob Barton and his lovely wife, they do, they get the seller sometime to do some attractive landscaping of just flowers, and that gives great curb appeal. People love flowers, and it makes you feel warm and fuzzy, and you want to go see that house. So make a video about whatever it is, tailored to your market, your farm, what you've learned over the years. And it doesn't have to be long. So you grab the viewer with an alarming stat or statement. Okay, avoid this $25,000 mistake. Maybe you're going to say avoid this $10,000 mistake. And then maybe another day you're going to say, avoid this $5,000 mistake, because in your travels, you have come across things like that. And then you're establishing your local expertise in your farm area. That's why it's so important to have a farm, because you can become the expert in your area. And then you show the solution, get in, get out, one video, and that's done. And it's easy. It's easy. So let's go on to the next one real quickly. Number 2, how to sell your specific property type home for top dollar. So how to sell your waterfront home for top dollar. How to sell your gated community home for top dollar. How to sell your mountain home. How to sell your golf course home. How to sell your horse property. And if you have a farm and it has properties that naturally differentiate themselves from other homes. And like Jimmy was saying yesterday in class, we live down the street from each other. I back up to the mountain. He backs up to the golf course, or he's on a cul-de-sac, or, I'm next to the park. There's always things that differentiate a home. Almost every home has its own personality. So you want to get more listings in your market by positioning yourself as the expert, and then make these videos. Maybe it's waterfront homes and desert shores. There's so many gated communities in Las Vegas that you can become an expert in gated communities. Maybe pick 3 or 4 gated communities. Maybe you like Mount Charleston. Maybe you like, the Red Rock Canyon. I mean, there's mountains over there. There's mountains, mountain homes in the eastern part, and Lake Las Vegas. There's mountain homes there. And that's, of course, another waterfront. I forgot about that one. That's another waterfront community. And then there's so many golf course homes in Las Vegas. And golf courses are different. Go talk to the golf pro. Go just say who you are. And, what's different makes your course different about this course. And they're going to tell you something. Then you're going to start learning about golf courses if you don't already know. There's a lot of differences in golf courses. And so now you become the golf course expert. So you're going to have, like I'm saying down here, you're going to need to invest some time researching what makes those properties different. But the vast majority of advice you can provide are suggestions that apply to selling a home almost anywhere. So when you start becoming an expert, people are going to start to gravitate to you. It's just a fact. So you segment these different ideas out individually. And so you can maybe be a waterfront expert and a golf course home expert. So figure out what you like and then go for it. Next, let's go. That's video idea number 2. Number 3, how to prepare your home to sell for top dollar. A lot of my suggestions are about selling homes because I just know in my crystal ball up in my brain that we have got to continue to get more listings. And it's going to stabilize the market as well as, keep our business just vibrant. So I'm sure you give people tips on how to prepare their home for sale during every listing presentation. And you know what? Every home is different. And at least once you take a listing and you're preparing for the showings, right? You can do that one too. Say, here's I'm preparing this home to sell for top dollar, for Mr. and Mrs. Jones, and you don't even have to say their name. You can say Mr. and Mrs. Seller. And, we're putting some new cushions on the patio furniture. We're putting flowers out front. We're taking the clutter off the kitchen counters. I mean, you can be in there actually doing that. You will become an expert in their eyes. So it can be major landscaping tips like the flowers, quick and simple fixes, and take that information and make a video from it. Now, here's the thing, everybody. It doesn't have to be live, right? You don't have to be live. You're taking videos of things that, maybe you're saying, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, let's clean off this counter, because when people see these pictures on Zillow, they like to see bright and light and clean and simple so they can put themselves and their lifestyle in that house. Okay? So you take that video and then you can edit it. Editing is like editing. You got to get good at editing video, just like you can edit a Word document. It's not that hard anymore with all the apps that make it so easy. Shoot is one of them. Shoot's a very InShot. That one's really easy. And there's some other ones that are more complicated, or you can hire somebody to do it. Recently, Kane and I hired a fella from the Philippines. Now, they work for much less than people here work for, especially in Vegas. So they are editing our videos for us at such a reasonable price. And we show them what we want. And then as we give them videos, they know how to edit them because they know what we want them to do. So anyway, just an idea. And you can get people on Fiverr, Fiverr. Is that Fiverr? It should be two V's, but it isn't. So Fiverr. So anyway, Fiverr is a great place to look for someone to edit your videos very inexpensively. And a lot of times, like these people from the Philippines, they're very good. They speak excellent English. We communicate well. They're big communicators. They are big about letting you know, oh, I ran into a problem with this or whatever. But anyway, don't let that stop you that you don't know how to edit, because you're going to have to learn how or hire somebody. Number 4, selling Las Vegas home for the highest price. So I said your city because maybe you're doing Henderson, maybe you're doing North Las Vegas, whatever it is. So what's hot in that area of town? Are investors buying because of the higher rents in your area? That's an idea. And then what drives certain home sales higher than others? I would say pools, right? People it's amazing how many, I know it's 50-50, but in this time of year, people like pools. And then share what you see in the market, like the trends and your tips, and in an informative video tailored to your niche. So again, if you're talking about pools, go take some pictures of pools, right? And say, in Henderson, just showing you, some of these beautiful homes with pools, because you can go preview homes. COVID is almost over. So people are letting us in our homes to preview and things like that. You can go to pool companies and you can take pictures. Some of them have actual pools, in their industrial areas where they bring people in to show them, or they have mini pools sometimes, which is interesting too. Anyway, love that idea. I love the pool idea. Number 5, downsizing your Henderson home. 15 tips you should know. So are you starting to see a pattern here? You take any customer type, in this case, people are looking to downsize, and you create a video specifically for them that ties you to, Henderson or Summerlin or perhaps Sun City. Sounds simple to me, and it should sound simple to you because this is what you do. The only thing you're doing differently is you're videoing these things. So just imagine that you're sitting face to face with people who told you they lived in their 4-bedroom house for the past 22 years. Or I would say in this market, probably 10, 11, 12 years. And they're ready to sell it and find a condo or a townhome. Okay, so what advice would you give them? What questions would you ask? And put it on video and get that advice out into your market. So when you downsize a home, the first thing that they need to do is start early to figure out what they can throw away or don't need anymore or want to give away or want to sell. That's the first thing. And you know what you can do? You can show them. I would suggest that you get, sorry, I didn't turn my phone off. So here's an idea I love. You go get boxes, get a company to put maybe your QR code on that box, maybe your picture on that box, your contact information on that box, and you be amazed at how inexpensive these boxes can be. So when you're doing your video, you can show people, that I'm helping these people move, and the first thing you need to do is to, start putting things in boxes, and then you show your box, and or giving things away, and I'll come and pick up the items and help you if you want to give them to Goodwill, or if you want me to help you put them on Craigslist. Offer all those suggestions. Now, you're just telling people how caring and how you can help them. they're not going to necessarily everybody take you up on that, except I would always take the boxes. Because those boxes, guess what they're going to do to the boxes? They're going to give the boxes to their friends probably, or their friends are going to see the boxes. And then I would also, I had one more idea about the boxes, is that you actually put on some of the boxes kitchen, some of the boxes bedroom, some of the boxes bathroom, so that when the people, if they're packing their boxes or somebody else is packing their boxes, they know what goes in what boxes. And then when you move, they know, oh, this is going in the garage, this is going in the kitchen, so on and so forth. So when you start talking about things like this, I mean, it's easy. So I think, you need to get over the fear and just start doing these things and put it on video and get that advice out into your marketplace. Number 6, selling in Las Vegas and leaving the state, a how-to guide. Now, pretty simple. So what do people who are moving out of this area need to do differently than those who are moving within town? And again, share your best tips in a video. And if you're part of a powerful referral network, guess what? You send that out to your referral network. And you demonstrate how you can help them connect with a world-class agent, you, and their new destination, them and you. It's all about connecting with that agent and giving tips to help that agent and help their clients. So you got this. Number 7, do I sell my home in Las Vegas when I move away? Now, this is really interesting. Yesterday, of course, we did the Do You Speak Investor class. And some cities have different migration patterns. I think in Las Vegas, what I see is that there's a lot of people that when they move, they have to relocate. They want to rent their home. They want to keep it as an investment. And when they know that we have appreciation, that our rents are going up, that people are moving here, and that the rent will pay for that mortgage, and that eventually they'll own that home free and clear. It's a fantastic investment because over time, everybody, real estate increases in value. Yeah, there's dips, but if they're leaving and they may come back in 10 years, or they may never come back, but they want an investment, then I think that's a great idea. Now, if they don't want to hold that house for more than 5 or 10 years, I would be careful, because there's going to be a shift in the market at some point, and then it's going to, come back like it has. So you have to be careful. But if they're planning on doing it long term, I think that's a great strategy. So, sorry, my dogs are barking and John's not here. So it would definitely make a positive impression when someone's choosing a listing agent who understands, because they may have that question. Gee, we have to move. We've been relocated for a job reason. Should I keep my home, or, and tell them that there's, maybe have a favorite property manager, and you can tell them the things that property manager does to protect their investment, and how that property manager communicates, and so on and so forth. Okay, moving along here. Number 8, moving to Las Vegas. 7 local insights you should know. Well, there's an entire section in your Agent Formula website with hundreds of ideas, because we have a whole relocation section. Oh my goodness, there is so much data here, and there's so many people moving here. I think this is a no-brainer. And you're going to transition to buyer attraction with your ideas. And you're going to be unquestionably the local expert because of all the information you're giving them about this town. And you whittle it down to 7 or 10 or whatever catchy number works for you, and then you create the video. And in my opinion, you would, if you look at how we have sectioned off the website. Now, if you don't have an Agent Formula website, just go to lasvegasrelocation.com and steal some ideas from there. We've created this information over the past 10 years, and feel free to use it if you already have a website, or you don't want to, spend $59 a month to have our website. That's fine. Go get the information anyway and get the ideas from that website. And then, there's different categories, and this Tom Ferry saying whittle down to 7 or 10 catchy number, whatever works for you. I would do it in categories like, are you moving here and wondering about the colleges? Are you moving here and wondering about the job market? Are you moving here and wondering about the parks? Are you moving here and wondering if we have bicycle clubs? I mean, there's so many ideas and there's so many people moving here. So that's a fantastic way to establish yourself as an expert here. Okay, moving along here. Let's see, we've got number 9, buying an investment property, 7 mistakes to avoid. So when you're working with investors, it's a great way to add diversity to your lead pillars, meaning your qualified opportunities. And making a video like this will surely attract them because I haven't seen anybody do this. So show off your local expertise about the rental market. And we did the class yesterday, Do You Speak Investor? So if you're going to do this video, I'm so sorry, my puppies are barking. If you're going to do this video, I suggest that you come to the class, and we do it once a quarter. And unless you already know how to do the annual pro forma, so that you can show people, like what the average HOA fee is going to be if they buy the investment property in different parts of town. And there are different parts of town that don't have HOAs. So that's another strategy. We know some investors that do that. There's some investors that like fourplexes. There's investors that want 16 units. So you need to really learn how to speak investor and be able to tell them what the return on their investment is going to be, what the cap rate is, and what the cash on cash is, and the appreciation in the market over the last several years. So this is a whole nother target area for you, but it can really, I was saying yesterday in class, I think I said this to you last week, that there's 150 million homeowners in the United States. 150 million. Would you believe that 54 million of them are investors and renting their properties? That's a huge segment of our market that continue to invest in real estate and or keep their homes and move when they move up or move down or resize, whatever, or relocate. So, that number speaks volumes. And so you've got a huge market there because there's always going to be investor clients. And that's a niche. Okay, number 10, buying a second home in Las Vegas, 6 things you need to know. So again, you're going to need to do a little bit of research, right? You probably need to get maybe a mortgage company to help you do this video. I think that'd be a great idea. Have a little interview with you and your favorite mortgage person. And there's people moving here that eventually want to retire. So they buy a second home because they visit it until they can retire. Then there's people that buy an investment property because, they want to rent it out until they retire. So anyway, the second home is a great interview with a mortgage person. And so, and then of course you just walk people through the highlights of Las Vegas. But what's more important, I think, is the interview with the mortgage person, and secondarily, maybe the things that if you have a second home, excuse me, that you need people to, you need a good landscaper, and maybe you'll volunteer to, just drive by their home occasionally to make sure everything's okay. Or there are property management companies. We do this as well. For a couple, for not much money, we will actually collect people's mail. We will actually go into the home and make sure that the second home is, there hasn't been a bug infestation or any water damage. And if they're buying a second home, we recommend always that they buy a home where you can turn the water off, except for the landscaping, where some of the homes, as you know, have you can turn different parts of the water off that go to different parts of the house. So anyway, lots of things just come right out of my brain when I start thinking about it. And then number 11. So this is a big one. What will $400,000 buy you in Las Vegas or Henderson? And this one has endless possibilities. And you can create videos at all different price points, featuring homes currently on the market or recently sold, to give people an idea how far their money will go in your area. And this is you showcasing a home, not necessarily selling a home. And you can create this video, and you can even start at the airport, right? You can go, and if you're if you live close to the airport, or you don't mind doing this, just go like you're showing them, okay, you just got off the plane and you're in Las Vegas and you want to see, I would kind of do that as an opener, just because I think it's attention grabbing. It really doesn't have any more use or value than that, but that's a big value because you're getting people's attention. And then you're showing them the potential places they could stay when visiting town. Now, what I would do is get someone to do some drones for me, and I would get an editor to incorporate that into the video. I think this has one of the better potentials of anything because of the endless possibilities. And once you create the video, you get this. Now, here's important. Everybody listen. So you create this video. Maybe you video that those people coming off the plane or something. And then you do the drone about the different parts of town, and that's not hard. And then you feature in on here's what you can buy in Henderson for $400,000, and you feature a home, and maybe you walk through it. That is almost like an evergreen video for at least 6 months, unless the market changes, and then you might want to go back and say, here's what $450,000 at the rate we're going, right, can buy you in Las Vegas. Whatever that medium price range is here, right now it's $385 is what I would do. And then I might just jump up and say, here's what $1 million buys you. So now you've covered two ends of the market there. And once you have those two videos made, you can repurpose them all over social media. And that's, of course, the megaphone here for me today is, once you do all this, what are you going to do with it? You're going to put it on social media. You're going to put it on LinkedIn. You're going to put it on, start creating your YouTube channel. You're going to go to Facebook and post it on your business page and boost these things. Spend $5 a day, $150 a month boosting these videos. And then when you get engagement, those are what I call them qualified opportunities, because when you click on that engagement button, what happens is you can go right to that person's Facebook page that engaged with that video. And then if you have the pixel and you have people going to your website, you can retarget those people. And it's endless what you can do. Endless what you can do. All right, and I think that was my last one. The only thing, I brought this up again without anything under it, because if you have the website, we have, I think there's 10 new landing pages, and it says what $400,000 will buy you in Las Vegas. We've already done this 3-4 months ago. And you can, and what it does is when you post it on, let's say, your business page on Facebook, it goes directly to your website, and we've already pulled up the active homes in that price range dynamically for you. You don't have to do it. Okay, and you get those people, and it captures their email address, and now you can be in touch with them immediately. I see that you're interested in $400,000 homes. What did you think of what you saw on my website? The conversation there is endless. So this, I left it the best for last. Bonus, this is my bonus one. This is what you need to do. And again, if you don't have an agent formula website for $59 a month, I mean, you can't buy a landing page system for that much. And you can make your own landing pages in your lab, as well as the ones we've already given you. I can't stop selling what I've done because I've done it for so long, and I love it. I love my website. And I know that it's uber local. It's uber local. That's my word of the day. It's uber local. So let's see. I think I'm going to end this and see if I can't get back. End the show. Let me go back to over here. Solo off. And I'm back. Whew, that was a lot. And I'm trying to stay at 30 minutes, and I think I probably went over a little bit. A lot of information, though. A lot of things you can do. Can't wait to announce the dates of our social media classes next month. And I'll know more about the beacon. We don't have a class until next Wednesday, and I believe it's cybersecurity. Oh my gosh, there's so much there too. So much going on. Yeah. Next Wednesday, cybersecurity. And then we have another ethics class next Thursday, and that's Show Me the Money Procuring Cause. Anyway, our classes are so much fun, and we're so pleased that so many people attend them. Well, y'all have a wonderful day. Thank you for listening. Hopefully you got some ideas. You can always come back and watch that. I'll probably go ahead and post the slides in the group for you. I'll try to do it now, actually, because I'm waiting for John to come back from his appointment. And see you soon. I love you all. Bye.